problem. Then comes along Draco, a regular canine training school dropout, and he found his place, though, tracking down these phones in prisons.
So in 4 years, Draco has found 1,000 cell phones in jail. Draco once found 30 cell phones hidden by prisoners in a microwave. Now, police say they don't know, they have no idea what it is about the cell phone that sets him off, that allows him to find it, but he's doing it pretty well.
So there you go. You can quit school and that one. All right, moving on this morning.
So training for protests as law enforcement prepares for a grand jury decision in Ferguson, Missouri. So are some involved in the protest side. Volunteers with the National Lawyers Guild have been offering training to people who want to observe the protest and document any arrests that could happen.
Well, and after the chaos we saw this summer and what police are expecting, this is going to be needed potentially as well. Police there, the county sheriffs say they have spent more than $160,000 on new riot gear for what they're expecting when this announcement comes. Their training tips include always having a buddy with you and not interfering with any police actions. The volunteers there say they plan to be on hand around the clock immediately after that grand jury decision comes down soon. And a heads up for McDonald's customers this morning, the fast food chain recalling a potentially dangerous Happy Meal toy. The Hello Kitty themed toy you're looking at was given out in the U.S. and Canada in the last few weeks. Now McDonald's has gotten reports of children coughing up pieces of the whistle.
The chain has recovered more than half of the nearly 2.5 million toys made. Customers can exchange the whistle for a new toy and a free side item.
All right, and Gary, when we look at the map right now, the U.S. is just like one big freezer, just an ice box.
Yeah, it really is. I'm going to show you that in just a second. First of all, let's go back to yesterday. What an amazing weather day we had on Veterans Day. 62 degrees for a high here in Burlington. Normal is 48, so we're well above average with that high temperature. It wasn't a record. The record stands at 71. That was set back in 2002. And, of course, we were dry yesterday with all that sunshine, so our monthly rainfall and melted equivalent snowfall total at 56 hundredths. That's down by about 2/3 of an inch. We're going to get a little rain today, but it's not going to add on to that very much. We're not expecting a whole lot of rain out there. But, yep, here we go. Here are the temperatures out there right now, and look at the upper Midwest. 16 Minneapolis and Bismarck, 8 below zero Great Falls, Montana, 2 at Denver. Look at that cold air go all the way down into the southern plains. We are warmer right now in Burlington than it is in Dallas or Santa Fe, New Mexico. This cold air came barreling down out of the Arctic Circle through Canada, but we go up there and temperature is actually a little bit warmer there. So that cold air that usually lives up there broke loose, and it's headed over the the lower 48, the upper part of the lower 48. Let's put it that way. These are the expected high temperatures today. Only 3 above at Great Falls and 9 at Denver. And this is going to be shifting our way as we go through the next few days. We've been on the edge of that big trough in the jet stream, but now it's going to slide over the next few days. We're going to get in on the cold air. Nothing like what they're getting in the northern Rockies, but we'll get our share of it. Here's the cold front now, coming along with rain showers pushing through northern New York, and temperatures still mild on this side of the front, but they drop off as we go on the other side of the front. Right now, it's still warm here in Burlington. We're at 55. Rest of the day, though, temperatures falling through the afternoon after those rain showers come through, and then once they go down, they'll be below average. And stay there.
Well, I mean, hopefully people got to enjoy yesterday because we all kind of knew this was coming. So
we did.
All right, thanks, Gary.
All right, nice this morning. We'll have you going in circles for this week's Odd Jobs.
What does it take to drive a Zamboni? I'm Jennifer Costa, and I'm in the hot seat. And this week's Odd Jobs. Don't go away.
What is an affordable dentures moment? It's when you realize you got your smile back in just one day, at a price you didn't think possible. It's knowing you were treated with dignity and respect. For same-day dentures and extractions, call 1-800-DENTURE or go to affordabledentures.com for valuable coupons. Please don't put this off. You deserve a healthy and beautiful smile.
Last week on The Young and the Mustached.
You betrayed the mustache! I'm not trying to hurt you. Not trying to hurt me! It's a Subaru! From White River Toyota.
I've woken from my coma.
Whoa.
Used cars. Variety of makes and models. Incredible financing. White River Toyota. Where it's all about people.
Explore Explore, explore. There's always something more at Shelburne Museum. It's more than you remember. We still carry on the same great traditions, but there's always something new at Shelburne Museum. Come visit us year-round and see what we have to offer. Shelburne Museum is one of North America's finest, most diverse, and unconventional museums of art, design, and Americana. And right now at Shelburne Museum, see Homefront and Battlefield, quilts and context in the Civil War. For more information, visit shelburnemuseum.org.
Hi, I'm Renee Reiner. I co-own Phoenix Books. Here are 3 great reasons to come shop with us. Shop at Phoenix to enjoy big savings. For $25 one-year membership, you get 20% off all of your books. Come to Phoenix Books and experience what genuine customer service is really all about. Shop at Phoenix Books and put your dollars toward our community and our local economy. Come see us at Phoenix Books in Burlington and in Essex.
Back this morning, it is 6:25. In Catamount Country, he's the star between periods.
So Jennifer Costa found the man with an odd job who is a fan favorite at Gutterson Fieldhouse.
Some would say he's helped build hockey legends.
And honestly, it's probably that behind-the-scenes person that never gets all the credit. Kind of like an equipment manager, but even more important.
Hockey players will tell you there are few things more important than clean ice.
I don't think I've ever been on a sheet of ice more crisp than this.
Meet the man behind the magic.
If you can drive a car, you can drive a Zamboni.
Thad McEwen started driving the Zamboni at UVM's Gutterson Fieldhouse when Martin St. Louis was a senior. The job started as a way for McEwen to put his kids through college. But in the nearly 2 decades that followed, it became something more.
If you would ask me when I got out of college if I was going to be a Zamboni driver, I would have said, what? But it's probably got some of the best memories so far that I'll ever have.
He says he's had a front row seat to watch the Lady Cats build a strong team. And with the men currently ranked 10th in the nation, there's never a dull moment.
If you have a sheet of ice that's not as good as another, you'll hear it from the players. They'll come and tell you, what's going on with the ice tonight? It's not that great. So you do the best you can for them.
UVM staffs 4 full-time drivers. It's on-the-job training, but during games, there's little room for error. 2 drivers have just 10 minutes to resurface the rink.
Ready?
Perfect. Don't forget your seatbelt.
I got a preview at practice and found out, as they say, making an ice is not as simple as it seems. First, the blade shaves the surface. Those shavings are sucked into the Zamboni's box. Drivers are careful not to fill up before the job is done. Water is then filtered through a squeegee-type conditioner, and a towel distributes hot water to make the ice as smooth as glass. Figure skaters don't require much shaving, but hockey players tend to create deeper grooves. The art is in reading the ice.
It's beautiful when it's done. It's just a nice sheet of clear ice.
McEwen says there's more to this year-round job than just getting behind the wheel.
So there are a lot of things that go along with it that is not as glorifying as driving the Zamboni.
To get it all in, we're going to have to speed things up. The drivers are in charge of all rink maintenance, from hand-painting each logo to installing the ice over multiple days and keeping up with its clarity. They also maintain the rink's glass and bleachers. More than 60 years ago, Frank Zamboni created the first ice resurfacing machine. It's a process that's mesmerized fans ever since. Perhaps the Gear Daddies explain the fascination best. McEwen and Catamount Country seem to share a mutual adoration.
A lot of these fans have become friends, and we watch their children grow up and come here and skate the gut.
And it's not just the fans who look forward to seeing him on the ice.
You know, if you're having a bad day, Dad's got that huge smile on his face, and he's like, what's going on? And you're like, hey, man, how you doing?
After a few laps as a passenger, McEwen convinced me it was time to jump in the hot seat.
You're taking over now, Jen.
Are you nervous?
I'm not, are you?
No.
Okay, so that may have been a tiny fib, but bottom line, it's like driving a big rig during an ice storm and not being able to see the end of your hood. Good news? I didn't break anything.
So how'd I do?
Good. You did fantastic for your first tour out there. I think you really liked it. See how you're smiling? The Zamboni does that to people.
For those looking to get into the industry, he does have one piece of advice.
When you look back on this job, this will be the most fun job you've ever had in your life.
McEwen and his crew keep it light at the gun, even turning the tables on me.
Do you think it's an odd job, or do you think your job's odd?
I think your job is much odder than mine.
Jennifer Costa, Channel 3 News, Burlington.
Awesome.
And they tell us Zamboni drivers can earn anywhere between $14 and $20 an hour. And as a former ring grad, I can tell you this was the job every kid wanted to have when they were growing up in rings.
And I'm pretty jealous Jen got to drive that thing around. I bet that was pretty fun.
Yeah, there are bumper stickers too that says my other car's Zamboni.
Oh, okay. Well, headlines are next, including a new face and name for a well-known grocery store.
Right, so if you've shopped at Price Chopper, soon you'll be shopping at a store with a new name. What is it? That's coming up after the break.
Weather is getting colder and the holidays are upon us. Jump into the cold weather feet first at Farmway in Bradford, Vermont. Smart Wool and darn tough socks with a selection second to none. Save 20% on snowshoes and get a free pair of Smart Wool socks with the purchase of adult snowshoes. Choose from over 20,000 pairs of boots and shoes in stock. Farmway can fit your feet and your lifestyle. Always a good sale. Choose from warm winter clothing to comfortable, good-looking, casual, or work styles. We've got you covered. Favorites like North Face, Patagonia, Carhartt, Levi's, Ibex, Canada Goose, Filson, and more. Next door at the gift house, save 20% off everything from pocketbooks to cookware to jewelry, with extra savings on furniture 25 to 30% off. Farmway in Bradford, Vermont. We're worth the trip.
Put a chance for some jingle in your holiday gifts this year with holiday instant tickets from the Vermont Lottery. Santa Paws for Uncle Bob. Happy holidays for Aunt Sue. Holiday magic for Gramps. And some holiday cash for you. They're always the right color, always the right size, and they can turn into cash right in front of your eyes. So grab one of our new holiday tickets today. And here's wishing you a very lucky holiday from the Vermont Lottery. Please play responsibly.
At the Toyota annual clearance event, everything comes together. In fact, the whole country comes together. People come together. And then, well, great clearance deals come together. Get a $287 a month clearance lease on an all-new Tundra Decap SR5 4x4 with no cost maintenance included. Or lease a 4Runner, now only $299 a month with no cost maintenance. At the Toyota annual clearance, it all comes together for you. The savings ends September 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
Insurance policies aren't one size fits all. At the W.H. Shaw Insurance Agency, we partner with top-rated insurance carriers, allowing us to find the right combination of price, coverage, and service for you.
At the W.H. Shaw Insurance Agency, we have been helping the families and businesses of Southern Vermont protect what matters most for over 100 years. Call the W.H. Shaw Insurance Agency and experience for yourself the same level of personalized service that generations have come to expect.
And our headlines this morning: dramatic rescue. Police officers save a Colchester family from flames.
A drug bust when police find a backpack stuffed with drugs.
And a major change is on the way for one grocery store chain.
Hey, before we get to all that this morning, let's talk about our weather, because for once we're not the coldest place in the country.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually one of the warmer places across the country, which is hard to believe, but yeah, we're warmer now than it is in parts of Texas, New Mexico. That cold area is going to be coming our way, though, but not the real bitter cold. But we're still mild out there here in the Champlain Valley. Look at that, 55 in Burlington right now, but now we're starting to see some clouds move in ahead of that cold front, which is going to bring some rain showers during the morning hours into the early afternoon. Then we'll start to clear out later in the afternoon, but temperatures heading down. Our high temperature right about where it is right now. And once it goes down, it's going to stay down.
So is that Arctic chill moving across the country finally getting to us, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, we'll talk about it coming up. Thanks, Gary. To headlines now, a family escapes an early morning fire thanks to help from a pair of police officers. Those Colchester officers saw flames coming from this home on West Lakeshore Drive when they got there early Monday morning into Tuesday. Police went inside and woke up the adults and then rescued two 6-year-olds.
Obviously, they were pretty shaken up and surprised as to what was going on. You know, health-wise, they seemed to be okay. Some coughing. It was pretty smoky inside of the home, but they were looked at by rescue and weren't transported.
Firefighters were able to get the flames under control, but not before they did the damage you can see right here. There is no word yet on a cause.
A New Hampshire man will answer to child porn charges today. 42-year-old Brian Keller has been arrested after state, local, and federal authorities found child pornography at a